Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. We've been reciting a Shabad from Asa Mahalla Panjwa Chant Karchema on page 454 of the Guru Granth Sahib Ji. And this consists of a salok and 4 chants. Today we will be reciting the 3rd chant. But before we do that, just as a refresher, the salok, which contains the essence of the message, goes like this. Jaako bhai kripal prabh, har har sei japak, nanak preet lagi tinho ram syon, bhetat sad sangat. To summarize it, the greatest gift is to be inspired with love for the har, existence. And that capacity comes from the sad, the guru, who reveals it. Bhetat sad sangat. So therefore, the message is submit yourself to guru wisdom. And then in the 1st and 2nd chants, we were offered examples of the nature of this love. We got glimpses of how this living perfection is aroused within us. For instance, we saw the essential unity of the fish and the sea, the bee and the flower, the interconnectedness. So in this chant, which is the 3rd one, we get a further glimpse. And it essentially talks about longing, which is a quality that we must have in order to see or manifest this reality within ourselves. So the Guru begins with the example of the chakvi, the bird, a shelduck or a ruddy shelduck, that longs for the sun to arise so that it can see its partner. Chakavi Sur Saneh, the chakvi bird, loves the sun. Chitavai a-sabad-a-day, Chitavai, in its mind, it has this intense longing. Kad diniyar dekhiye, when will I see my love? Then again, another example. Kokil amba parit, the nightingale, loves the mango tree. Chave suhavya, suhavya, melodious, pleasant. It sits on the tree of the mango and sings. In other words, it calls out. For it calls out in delight, in melodious tones. And that is an indicator to the mind. Man har rang kijiye, my mind, long for the love of the har, which is love itself, like the chakvi, and call out to the har like the koil. In other words, find your melody. But he cautions us. He says, har preet kari jai, in the love of har, man na ki jai, man na ki jai, man, a sense of oneself, a measure of oneself. We call it pride, ego. There cannot be even a measure of the ego present. You, me, I, must completely disappear. Ik rati ke hab pahonaya. This is a taunt, actually. It's a pointing a finger to us. So you have no reason to be full of yourself. You are, after all, just a wayfarer for the night. You are a guest here, just for a night. In other words, drop all self-importance. Again, a caution. Ab kya rang layo? Ab kya rang layo? Why are you so engrossed in merrymaking? In other words, in the senses, in transient pleasures. Why are you so engaged? Moh rachayo? You're sinking further into the bonds of attachment, distractions, addictions, cravings. Lage avan javaniya, nange avan jane. Again, a taunt at us. You who has come naked and will leave naked, why are you so full of yourself, and why are you so immersed in these fleeting pleasures? Thir sadhu sarani padiye. Thir, become still by seeking the Guru's sanctuary. What that means is by cultivating Guru wisdom. Charani ab tutta samoho. Charani, when you seek shelter with the Guru breaks your attachments. It breaks your bondage. So learn to break the bondage that you have created by coming to the Guru. Kaho Nanak chant dayal purukh ke. These are yearnings, longings of the compassionate Purukh, that all-pervasive consciousness that in Gurbani is referred to as a Ram, as Har. Man har laye preet, kab din yar dekhiye. Your longing for that love should be like the Chakavi bird. Kab din yar dekhiye. When will I see my beloved? So what does Guru wisdom do? It essentially teaches us, trains the mind, and discloses a reality that is ever present, but not visible to us. In other words, it's a perspective. But when this reality is disclosed, it's actually self-disclosure. It is awe-inspiring. And it has the property of immediacy and urgency, nearness. And it's nearer than you can imagine. It's nearer than your jugular vein. And it becomes the ruling fact of your existence. It takes over. And it continuously presents itself, its standards, and demands a costly response. And the response is the ego. So at every moment, you have to respond by dissolving the ego. So the hint to us in this chant is that we are indeed finite creatures, but we have this capacity to apprehend and long for infinity. So look beyond yourself. Find the Gur in you. The Gur is in you. Find the Gur through Gurbani. Gurbani will take you to the Gur within. And then self-disclose this reality that you are actually longing for, whether you know it or not. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh.